Honourable Minister, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished delegates, colleagues and friends, it is indeed a privilege for me to stand in front of you today as President of the World Federation of Diamond Bourses, but more so as your neighbour and fellow African. I would like to extend my congratulations to the organisers of this conference for the job well done. Gathering so many key industry figures from around the world in one place takes tremendous planning and execution, and I applaud you and your phenomenal staff. However, Mr. MC, you did the other day allude to the fact that you ISO accredited. The problem I'm having, and I spoke to my friend Ahmed, he is going to relieve you of the post and I'm going to take over because you are ISO accredited, I'm KP accredited. I have traveled through Africa from north to south, from east to west in my 4x4, and I can truly say that I have seen this continent in all its beauty. As a proud neighbor to Zimbabwe, I feel very strongly committed to assisting with the development of the diamond industry in this country and in the southern African region. When I travel in Africa, I'm always reminded of what Richard Mullen once said, and I quote, "The only man I ever envy is a man who has not been to Africa, for he has so much to look forward to." Africa is the world's largest producer of diamonds, with 65% of all diamonds mined coming from this continent. This makes us a senior partner in the global diamond industry. The diamonds from Zimbabwe and this continent play a vital role in our global industry. As we see the decline in new discoveries of diamond resources and the increased demand worldwide from consumers, we begin to understand the opportunities that exist for countries like Zimbabwe and the rest of the African producing countries. In 2012, we started seeing a shortage in supply versus demand, and this curve is growing. It is estimated that by 2020, we will produce 30% less diamonds than what is required by consumers and the diamond jewelry market. I'm committed to Africa, and I'm proud to say that I have the backing of the World Federation of Diamond Bourses, an organization that through its membership accounts for more than 95% of all the world's rough and polished diamond sales. The WFDB is committed to assist with the development of the industry on this continent. We firmly believe that diamonds must make the difference needed to jump-start economies and create industries that provide employment and development for the local population through adding value to its mineral wealth. Colonial powers in the past occupied this continent and exploited its natural resources for the benefit of its own home economies. This has changed. We are seeing the dawn of a new Africa. The continent has woken up and taken control of its own destiny. We now need to see how Africa invests its revenues to build long-term sustainable programs for its populations and ensure that the wealth generated now is invested for the future economic growth of these regions. We should look neither north nor south, north, east or west, but look towards our own country and look forward as we plan and implement our strategies for the future of Zimbabwe's diamond resources. Vast opportunities exist for the country, such as poverty relief, employment opportunities, infrastructural development, skills development, and an industry that can add value rather than just export the raw materials. Diamonds are mined and traded on a global basis. Being part of this global community, one has to adhere to the generally accepted rules and regulations as prescribed to protect the industry and secure consumer confidence. The WFDB is a preeminent diamond world body with a vision to invest and build up the industry for generations to come. The playing fields have now been leveled. We no longer have the diamond trade dominated by one or two major companies, but rather the world has opened up, and this has empowered the African continent to take control of its own resources and destiny. I was elected for a second term as president of the WFDB in 2014 at the World Congress in Antwerp this year. And during this term, I will focus a lot of my time on the relationship with producing countries, especially Africa. The WFDB represents 30 diamond bourses from around the world. The Executive Committee recently introduced a nation-affiliated member program to incorporate a larger part of the value chain and give all industry players a voice and access to this world body. In order to make its membership as inclusive as possible, the WFDB will look at bringing key elements together, which would also include large corporates involved in mining. I want to call on producing countries to seriously consider joining the WFDB and enjoying the benefit of being part of a world diamond community. And to this end, I would formally like to invite the Zimbabwe Minister to join the World Federation as well as our South African counterparts. The WFDB hosted a strategy session last week in Antwerp and agreed on strategies that connects the WFDB and the international diamond trades past and present with agreed new objectives for the future. A wide range of views and perspectives were considered and discussed at these meetings. The result of the discussions encompassed a wide-ranging output of WFDB priorities, including the international diamond ecosystem of banking, profitability, compliance, certification, shipping, and disciplinary measures. The WFDB support for generic marketing and global diamond promotions through the World Diamond Mark forms an important part of the forward thrust and will enjoy strong support from our global members. But you will be hearing more about this a bit later. Meetings included discussions with representatives of banking and mining institutions, at which the Exco underlined its commitment to support the adoption of the highest ethical standards and professional competencies throughout the trade. In Belgium, I made it clear that we believe in a profitable, expanding, and respected global diamond business that will maintain its place in the world of luxury goods, with diamonds as a benchmark product that delights, dazzles, and brings pleasure to many millions of consumers around the world. With a strong commitment to maintaining ongoing contact and with internal and external stakeholders, the WFDB will be stepping up its communication strategy, thereby providing the market and observers with ongoing reports and news of activities and plans. The WFDB also was a founder member, ladies and gentlemen, of the World Diamond Council, and works very closely with the Council, its representatives at the Kimberley process. The WFDB believes that the Kimberley process has a key role to play in a dynamic industry such as the diamond trade moving into the future. But let me emphasize here today, ladies and gentlemen, that in terms of the mandate, the WDC has one and only function, and that is to represent us at the Kimberley process to make sure that our interests are taken care of and nothing else. And we will make sure that they maintain that mandate. South Africa was a previous chair of the KP, and it is reverting back to Africa in the form of Angola after the current Chinese term expires. The WFDB believes that the Kimberley process is critical to our industry, as it protects the diamond jewelry industry in the eyes of the consumers when we have to defend ourselves against people making claims of conflict diamonds still in circulation. The symbiosis that exists between producing and manufacturing needs to be nurtured in order to bring a long-term, sustainable industry that creates profits in order to add value from producer to consumer. This resulted in the WFDB, as I mentioned earlier on, launching the concept of the World Diamond Mark. This will be rolled out later this year from Turkey to Dubai and India. But again, you'll hear more about that at a future presentation. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, I want to call on all people and organizations present here today to come together and work towards a common goal that unites us as a global diamond industry. We need to stand together to build and protect the diamond industry from the onslaught of many other luxury products and efforts, and that threaten our industry, and fight us for the luxury dollar spend. I would like to remind you all of an old Swahili saying that goes as follows: when two elephants fight, it is the grass that gets trampled. Diamond-producing countries in Africa must stand together and work to a common goal for the benefit of all. If not, some might well get trampled in the process. I thank you for your time and the opportunity to address you today. Thank you.